Okay, so today we're talking about what a lot of people are calling the biggest wealth creation opportunity in history. This is the AI gold rush. And we're going to look at how these tiny, tiny teams, sometimes literally just two people, are building million-dollar businesses at a speed that honestly was just unthinkable before. The claims are wild, so let's just jump right in with one that sounds almost made up.
Yeah, you heard that right. And this isn't just some random hype. This comes from an AI venture studio founder who's been in software for almost 30 years. He says the speed at which you can build wealth right now is completely unprecedented. And that emphasis, ever, 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 it just tells you everything you need to know. The rules of the game have totally changed. So to give you a sense of the scale here, let's look at the really high end. One venture studio is on pace to create $1 billion in enterprise value in just 33 months. Now their original plan? 5 years. They're about to do it in less than 3. That's the kind of insane acceleration that's happening right now.
Of course, $1 billion is a number that's kind of hard to wrap your head around. So let's bring it back down to a goal that feels a little more real. The new benchmark for these super lean AI startups is hitting their first $1 million in revenue in just 3 to 6 months. I mean, stop and think about that. What used to take years and years of grinding can now happen in the span of a couple of quarters.
And look, this isn't just theory. The source for this explainer tells a story about a 20-year-old kid who popped up in an AI group. He had 0 traditional coding skills, had never built a tech company in his life, and in just 12 weeks, he built a business that was already doing $60,000 a month. He just got the new playbook.
So, the big question is, how is any of this even possible? Well, it all comes down to a huge shift in the way businesses are even structured. We need to talk about this new paradigm, the director versus the doer. This idea completely reframes where value comes from in a company. Think about it. Historically, you needed an army of doers to handle all the tasks, the labor, the coding, the how. But now, AI is becoming the ultimate doer. It can execute almost any task you give it. And that means the real value, the source of it all, shifts over to the director, the person with the vision, the creativity, the one who decides the why and the what.
So this is absolutely crucial to understand. Your new job isn't to do the work anymore. It's to direct the work. You are the human leader, the one providing that unique value, that specific vision, that creative spark that tells the AI what to build and why anyone should even care. The big shift is from being a doer to becoming a director.
All right, so if AI is the new doer, then what does the human team actually look like? Well, that brings us to this amazing concept of the two-person powerhouse.
In this new world, the smallest, most effective team to get an idea off the ground is just 2 people. You've got the business expert, that's the visionary, and you've got the technical mind, that's the architect. And together, these 2 roles create this complete, fast, and incredibly powerful unit.
Let's break down that first role. The business expert is just obsessed with the customer. Their entire job is to be out in the world, talking to people, figuring out what their real problems are, and then coming up with the innovative vision to solve it. This is where the whole idea sparks to life.
And then you've got the second role, the technical mind, whose job it is to make that vision a reality. But look closely at what's on this list. This isn't about writing thousands of lines of complex code. No, it's about understanding automation, getting really good at prompt engineering to talk to the AI, building these things called agentic systems, which are basically AIs that can do complex jobs on their own, and just managing the setup of all these powerful tools.
You know, this idea of a new kind of technical mind is so important, we really need to zoom in on it for a second, because the very definition of what it means to be technical is being completely rewritten as we speak.
This is probably the question you're asking yourself right now, right? If it's not traditional programming, what does being technical actually mean anymore? What does this person do all day?
And the answer is actually pretty simple and kind of mind-blowing. The new software language is English. The core skill of the technical mind is just being able to communicate clearly and effectively with AI systems using natural language. They're basically coding in English, telling the AI what to build, how to connect things, and the AI handles the rest. So being technical is now much more about the clarity of your instructions, not the complexity of your code.
Okay, so if AI can do all the doing and can even do a lot of the coding, what's left for us? Well, this brings us to what is easily the most important point of this entire conversation, your unique human advantage.
These are the skills that AI is going to find incredibly hard, maybe even impossible, to ever really replicate. Your creativity, to come up with that brand new idea. Your vision, to see a future that doesn't exist yet. your taste, to just know what feels right, what customers will actually love, and your emotional intelligence, that human touch you need to really connect with people and understand what they need. This is where the real, lasting value is going to be.
All right, so after hearing all of this, the final, most practical question is pretty obvious. You're probably sitting there thinking, okay, this is amazing, it's inspiring, but how would I actually do any of this? Where on earth do I start?
And the answer is as simple as it is powerful. Go ask the tool itself. The very first step in building with this new technology is to start using it. Treat it like your co-pilot, your brainstorming partner, your guide. The power is, quite literally, at your fingertips. The only real question left is, what are you going to ask it to build?